Hey, what's up, guys? This is Broly, Street Fighter 4 player for a disabled guy. I want to thank Reddit for giving me the inspiration to make these web shows. I'm gonna talk about myself. I've been playing video games since I was 2 years old. NES. That's a very old system. If any of you guys remember that, I started my gaming with Super Mario Bros. 3. It's been my favorite game of all time. I love the game. It's been cool. I've been growing up with countless other systems like Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. Worked myself up to 64, GameCube, PS1, PS2, Xbox, everything. You name it, I've been playing it. Grew up with my brother. Him and me have been playing video games all our lives. We compete. This is how we got into our competitive sense, and we still compete today in any game we want to play. Now I'm trying out Super Street Fighter 4. Been playing it for about a year now, and it's been working great. Using Chun Li, if you all don't know. I've been going to tournaments, and I've been doing pretty well. I got fifth place this last tournament, but we'll talk about that later. Uh, Most of y'all know me as a Super Smash Bros. Melee player. I played in those tournaments since 2004. Been competing. I use Marth in that. I'm a Marth player. He's my favorite character. I gotta admit, he's pretty overpowered, but he's fun. And the short story with that is that I first used Roy. He was my main. I just had to use somebody with a sword because I always think they're overpowered in any game. And my friend used Marth, and he was beating me over and over and over. Maybe about months straight. He would beat me with Marth, and I was like, you know what? Let me just try Marth. Because it's the same, and he's actually better against the topper tiers, and it worked out pretty well. So I picked him up. Been going to tournaments ever since, and now, as I said, Street Fighter 4 is my main game right now. I've been playing online. I'm hoping to go to Evo this year to do very well. But let me get to these questions here. A lot of you have been asking me how long I've been playing fighting games competitively. Like I said, I started in 2004. We went to a Houston tournament. Me and my brother and my mom, drove us to this place. I can't remember the name of the place anymore, but we went there. And there was only like 6 people there, and I remember playing a Link player that was pretty bad. And I fought this guy that was using Fox, and he was wave dashing. I didn't even know what wave dashing was, and he beat the hell out of me. He beat the hell out of my brother. And I was kind of intrigued. I was kind of like, this game's pretty fun. I want to try it. And I never could wave dash, obviously because of these hands and all. But I learned to do spacing. There's a lot of videos now of me up on YouTube with Marth. You all check it out if you all can. It's pretty good. I worked myself with just spacing. I used to not be able to use L&R till about 2008, and then I finally switched my play stance to be able to reach the shoulder buttons, and it's worked out pretty well. Um, and now I'm playing other games. I've been playing Marvel lately. I haven't been in any tournaments for that. I just think it's a really fast game for me, but I plan to try and compete in that kind of game. Let's see, another question from Dr. Orpheus. How do you feel about the changes coming to Chun on AE? Are you picking up any new characters? Well, no. I'm gonna stick to Chun. I want to play around with, Fei Long and maybe Yang or something like that, but I think I'm just gonna stick with Chun. Her changes are really, really small. They're not big at all. She's got quite a few nerfs, but nothing big. I think the biggest one that I thought was the reduced stun on her sweep, but other than that, she's pretty much the same. I just have to learn the matchups. I have to learn everything again. I heard she, does really well against the Twins, so I'm hoping for that since they're pretty much the top 2 tiers in the game. But no, Chun's gonna be my character. She's always gonna be my character. I played HDR. I used her in HDR. I used her in Street Fighter Turbo 2. I wasn't good in those games, but I just fell in love with that character, and I won't give her up. Let's see, another question from Max D. Do you talk trash? Well, I'm in a crew that does nothing but shit talk. We all shit talk to each other. It's all fun and games. everybody will come up to me and be like, you can't even use your hands. Come on, man, you suck. Or like, just you're getting face rolled by this guy, or you're a scrub if you lose this guy. I've heard everything. I've heard every single thing. Talk to my boy Fro. He's the one that started all this shit talk to me, and that's how I kind of absorbed all of it. So I don't nowadays. I don't really care. I just I look at people that troll me, and I'm kind of like I've already heard everything. I don't need to hear this. I don't really care. Do I shit talk? I'll throw a taunt here and there. If I'm playing a game and I feel like this guy's disrespected me or something, I'll throw a taunt. Or if if it's just something to hype up the crowd. I'm the type of guy that wants to hype up the crowd. I'll shit talk to get hype, and that's what I'm there for. To hype up tournaments, to hype up matchups, whether I win or whether I lose. I want to make the game fun, and that's all I really aim for. It's just to get people motivated to want to play. Like, oh, this guy's shit talking me. How can this guy shit talking me? He can't even use his hands. I don't care. I feel I can beat you. I'm pretty good. And that's all I have to say about that. Our last question from Cryon: what's your best favorite accomplishment in Smash or Street Fighter 4? Well, I have to take it back to about 2006. I was in a San Antonio tournament. It was a Final Smash. And it was my first big Melee tournament. We've gone to local tournaments here and there, but it was in San Antonio. And, at that time, Raw Money, he was a very, very known Smash player from Texas. He was the best Smash Brothers player in Texas at the time. He was there. I played him before a couple tournaments when he went down to the Valley. And he would wreck my shit every time. And he would wreck me and wreck me and wreck me. And, I remember going to that tournament. It was about 98 people that entered the tournament. I mean, people from Louisiana, Florida, Oklahoma, you name it, New Mexico. They all went to that tournament. And I was kind of like, man, I was in there. I got strolled around in my little wagon. My crew members were pulling me around, and I just kept hearing these whispers like, man, who's the guy? Is that Brody? Is that Brody? Because I would post on the boards, and people would talk about it. They see me. They never see videos of me. So I was kind of like, hyped up. I was like, yeah, well, this is me, whatever. So what's going on? What's going on? And I go in the tournament, 98 people, and I kept winning and winning and winning, and I was like, wow, I'm getting pretty far. I play Caveman, who was also one of the best players in Texas, and he wrecked me. I took it the last game, but I made a mental error picking Samus instead of Marth in the last one. I don't know why I did that even now, but anyways, I get down to loser bracket. I play some Luigi from Florida. He was just inspired by the way I was playing, and he kept giving me props. Even after the tournament, he was all like, dude, you're so good, and I can't wait to tell all the guys and stuff. And I was like, yeah, it's good. That's great, man. It's great. And so, yeah, at the end, I played Raw Money, and this is for 4th place. And, he went up to me, he knew me, we talked, and he was like, what's up? And I was like, nah, not much. And then first game, he was Sheik, I go Marth, he wrecked my, my shit. And I was like, dang, man, this guy's too good, I'll be glad with 5th place, And he goes to the next stage, and at the end, he suicides. And I was kind of like, what happened? And he's like, this is the first time you beat me, right? I was like, yeah, this is the first time. He's like, all right. And then everyone's all hyped up 'cause they just saw me, take a game, and they're like, all right, well, let's see. 3rd game, everybody stopped playing. I mean, everybody, all the friendlies were stopped. Everybody just got up. And there's a YouTube video up. We'll put it on the description of this video. And everybody was just so hyped up. Everybody was just, screaming out loud, talking, go Broly, go Ron, whatever. And, I was down two stocks to 4. And I made it one of the biggest comebacks ever. And I beat him. I knocked him out of the tournament. And everybody was just going wild and wild. And then I lost. I got 4th place. I won $100 for 4th place. That was pretty good. But I must say that right there has to be the best accomplishment I've ever had in my gaming history. Haven't had one that much in Street Fighter 4 other than the getting on the interview with Cross Counter. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully I'll go to Evo, and who knows, maybe I'll be Daigo or something. You never know. But I'll wrap it up for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching this video, and hopefully I'll make some more soon. Alright, later, y'all. Yeah, that was pretty good.
That
It's
was
like
good.
once I get into the moment, I can do this.
Yeah, I felt you were like getting into it near the end. Of
Yeah, I can honestly get in the. Yeah, I can honestly get in there.
Okay, say bye.
I said bye.